Quantity versus quality is probably the biggest conundrum that we as content creators face, and in this video, that's what we're going to be talking about. And the reason I'm bringing this up is I was listening to a Sara Dietschy podcast, and she was talking to someone who brought up a really interesting study that shed some light on this question of quality versus quantity. And she was talking to her guest about a study that looked at two different groups of people. One group was tasked to create the perfect pot, like pottery, and the other group was supposed to make 1,000 pots. Both white rice and vegetables. Yes. And what ended up happening is that every time the people who were creating the 1,000 pots actually created higher quality pots. Now I know there are some caveats to that. Like the fact that if you're not an artist and you just don't care about constantly improving the quality of your work, then you're not going to continue to improve no matter what. But even if you just try and make each video 1% better than your last one, then quantity does matter. Because if you only do one video a week, then by the end of the year, you'll only be about 50% better. Whereas if you do 2 videos a week, you'll be 100% better, and so on and so forth. That if you do daily vlogging, trying to improve by just 1% in every video, you're going to be 365% better than you are today. And that's something that Cody Warner figured out, is that at the end of his year of daily vlogging, he could storytell in that vlogging format so well. That's a tight space, and to be clear, I am not going to start daily vlogging. Daily vlogging is not for everyone. But the principle still stands that the more effort you put into something, the more you're going to get out of it. And an interesting thing about that is when my wife and I were studying brain development for a special needs child, we actually found out that it actually doesn't have to do with time, but input. And if you have less input in the same amount of time, your brain is not going to develop as quickly. So if you have a lot of input in a year, you could develop faster than someone has very little input in 5 years. And that's why quantity is actually important. So what I would suggest is figure out what upload schedule that you can produce the most content without taking away from the other things that you're doing, but also without taking away from the ability to make each video a little better than the last. And that's important because we want to be creating good content and make high quality films here on YouTube. But what we don't want to do is be so obsessed with creating amazing videos that we never actually make anything. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video. Who would have thought that watching some dude go get lunch, formula, and pacifiers would be fun? The mundane things of life, guys, the mundane things of life.